Hi, welcome to the Heart of Illumination. I'm Joseph. Thanks for being here for today's message and transmission. Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you like this message and transmission, please feel free to hit the like button as well as comment so that I can focus on the topics that resonate with you, that I can add more depth to them, and as well as expand on them. I'm feeling a little more dry mouth. I recorded 2 videos, one that was a little bit longer than this one. And I guess the message is, yes, when we are in flow and we're doing our life's work, right? Even if it's just a small step, just receiving a small gem and then creating a brick and then laying that brick on our monument that we're building. It's also okay to slow down, take a break, allow dry mouth to come up, right? Allow a little bit slowness, gentleness, and more deliberate movement or more deliberate advancement to take place. I mentioned the gems and so forth in another video, so please feel free to click on the previous video, and there's more that I go into it about just taking things one step at a time and so forth. So this message is just a call to tune in to yourself. Yes, so enjoy the moments when you're in deep flow, deep clarity, deep alignment, and there's this rush of excitement, and maybe you have been doing, work for, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, or longer straight. Yet you're in this rush, right? Like it's really playful and so forth. Yet trust that it won't break your streak. Trust that it won't stop your flow. Trust that by taking a break, by allowing myself to feel this dry mouth, right? Like I'm not delivering as smoothly as I would like, but yet I'm still recording, I'm still moving forward. Like trust that something more beautiful will emerge because I've paused, or I've slowed down, I've toned down the temperament, or I've toned down the tempo, and yet I'm still moving forward, right? Because something within me is moving me that, I wanted to record this. The dry mouth came up immediately after the first couple of sentences, yet I'm still in alignment. I'm still tuned into this energy of there's something beautiful that's coming through live right here, right now. And so do it with dry mouth, right? Just like me, I'm doing it with a little bit of a dry mouth. It makes it not as fluent as my other videos. And then now I'm recovering, like in the moment, you're seeing me and alongside me experiencing, right? I'm recovering, and because there's something that really wants to come up. So even in these moments, there's beauty, right? And if we can, when we have done the work to let go of perfectionism, to tone down the voice of self-criticism, to tone down other thoughts related to how things need to be, how things should be, how things need to be, how this video needs to come out, whatever, then we can be in the present moment and allow something more beautiful to emerge that I couldn't have planned. And so this is the message that emerged. I didn't know exactly what to share, but yet this is it. So, the example is just the dry mouth, but allow yourself to experience, I guess, a redirection, right? And so be connected to your awareness, be connected to stilling, being mindful so that you can still these criticism, assumptions, judgments, all these preconceived notions, and then just allow the moment to unfold. Listen very intently. Even, right, and I have heard plenty of public speakers share, right, even like comedians, public speakers, actors, right, you name it, right, people that are live, doing things live, right, news anchors, whatever, and then when things don't particularly go right, and then some, so it goes both ways, right? We've seen people allow these mechanisms of their mind to get in the way, and then they panic, and then the situation gets worse. Or we're gonna just focus on when we allow the situation to unfold, when we allow that there's a beauty that's happening in this moment. It doesn't, my mind can't comprehend that it's a good thing or bad thing or it's perfect or whatever, but I'm just gonna allow it. And then we've also seen, especially in the field of comedy, where there are actors that are very good at improvisation, and so they use those moments that didn't quite go according to script, didn't quite go according to script, but then they trust in their training, they trust in their embodiment, they trust that that's an opportunity to make the scene, to make that scene even funnier, right? And so I love The Office. There's a UK version and the US version. I'm more attuned to the US version. So I really love, this is just the specific example when, there are bloopers that like they miss, like, they're really off script, but that there are scenes that were originally like they were gonna turn out to be bloopers, but then because the cast is so good at improvisation, they use that opportunity to turn it into something that was unscripted, but it's even funnier than what they had originally planned on the script. And then of course, because they're all just like they're all little kids playing on this set called The Office, right? Being these characters, being these roles, but they're all little kids, like, doing a high school play called The Office, and they're just having fun with each other. And they're always constantly making each other laugh because it's just so natural for each of them. So I wanted to share that as well, because when we're doing our individual work or playful work or focused work, it's still all playful, right? And part of it is that, yes, when we've built a great team and we have great people around us, and it's like working on The Office or something similar, like, yes, we're doing serious work that helps people and impacts people, yet there's a lot of fun in that because the dynamic of the team, because of the clear mission, because of just we're playing individual characters, right? And then we're doing our thing each day, yet sometimes things don't go according to plan. But is there humor in it? Is there an opportunity to make it better? And so we can even go one level deeper when we're by ourselves doing our work or just living our life, when we know ourselves and we know that we have different aspects, facets, or different dimensionalities, like, we can play with those ourselves, right? It doesn't mean that we have to talk to ourselves in public or whatever, but if you're in private, talk to yourself, talk to these aspects, and make it fun for yourself, right? If it's like Friday evening and you have to finish this code or report, and it needs to be completed by Saturday morning for a deal to go through, right? For an investor to invest in your company, yet you're losing energy, right? So maybe a thing that you could do is, and maybe you've done it for a little while so that it's a natural thing to do that energizes you, is to have an improv game with your different aspects, right? Or just create it out of thin air, right? And you could just copy, right? You can just pretend you're Jim from The Office, and treat other aspects as other characters on The Office, and then play out a scene with them. And if that gives you energy, by all means do it, right? It's not for me or anybody to judge you. Like, do whatever works for you, right? So, sometimes, we, as a human, we experience loneliness or solitude, or we think, this moment is boring or whatever. But yet that's also the gift of when we know ourselves more, when we can be more fluid and playful, and we can tune into our inner child. And the inner child, right, can never be bored, right? And I can make another video to go deeper on this, right? If I tune into my inner child will make whatever I'm doing fun. We'll just find something fun and make it fun. Or if I'm out and about and I'm just sitting by myself and I want to tune, and I feel the call to just tune into fun and just want to laugh a little bit, yeah, maybe I just allow my mind to play these internal theater in my mind, using these different aspects, using the different qualities of my character to play these out, and that's fun. And I might laugh out loud and people might look at me a little weird, but I'm enjoying myself, right? I'm not going to do that all the time and be mindful of the area and so forth, but yet I'm going to enjoy myself regardless if anybody else knows that I am or not. So yeah, there's a lot of depths of wisdom and so forth. And of course, we've all been little children, and we can just go to a park or go to a school or go to any place that have children, and they're just themselves, right? One moment they could be throwing a tantrum. The next moment they're laughing their ass off, throwing toys at another kid. Another moment they're just like hugging their parents and so forth, right? They're tuned into all these aspects and facets of themselves that they just come through their stream of consciousness. They don't even know there's a stream of consciousness. They don't even, right? There's not a regulation there, but they're just coming through, and all their personality and all their qualities and all their gifts and traits are just coming through each moment, right? And sometimes, you see, right, 10 of their different faces within like 10 minutes, right? So, we can all tune into our inner child and do that. But yet that's a whole, for some, it's a whole leg of a journey to connect with the inner child, to have a deep, loving, healthy relationship with their inner child and so forth. So I'll definitely make another video about this when it comes out. So the core message for this one is allow imperfect moments to reveal itself as a work in process, even more beautiful moment. And then allow yourself, and then become aware of your different aspects and facets and start having a relationship with them. And then tune into the energy of fun, of embody aliveness, of fluidity, so that your life will be consistent, will consist of play, laughter, fun, and joy, even if you're just by yourself at times. I'll keep it short like that. I hope this message resonates with you, Please share in the comment your story, your moments of experience any of these things, and yeah, let's build this community of heart illuminated souls, of the voices of awakening, of a greater movement and connection and global tribe that we're all contributing to creating. Until next time, lots of love.